Hello. Wait, where am I? Where did I go? That's not right. I'm invisible. What is going on? Forgot to start my VTuber program. Professional streamer here. Ah, there I am. I live! Yeah! There. Audience laugh? Yep. Sound up alright. Anyways, stream starting. Alright. Hope everybody's doing okay. It is a late start. I know it is. Later than I even planned. Didn't get out of work until almost midnight. So, it's been a very long weekend. A very long week in general, but my weekend's over now, so I get a couple of days off to kind of rest and recuperate. And yeah, it's been good otherwise. Hi, Master Gazam. I did see you in the chat. I said hello, waved a Just Joe emote at you. So she had her partner anniversary, I believe it was, or affiliate. I can't remember if she's partner yet, but she had an anniversary. I tuned in for a little bit. She was doing karaoke. It was pretty fun. So it's Jomo. That's right. Ooh, and you got a Rowan. Nice. I tune in. I'm not able to watch everybody's streams, unfortunately. I tune in to check everybody out when I can. But it's not easy. Plus, we're not all on at the same times either. So yeah. But it's great that we all kind of check each other out sometimes. It's nice. So I need to catch a Demon Chuckle raid at some point. He's been raiding me a stream. He's been raiding me a bunch, and I need to pop in at some point and say hi. But I never really see him on. I'll have to. I should honestly just follow his channel at this point. So, but I'm not the best with this stuff. So the social networking thing is still kind of weird to me. So I should. Let's see. Oh, I can actually do. We're gonna do it. Boom. Followed. Let's see here. Follow you back. I think I followed you. I did follow you. Okay. Yeah. All right. There you go. Some new follows for everybody. So, yeah. I did hit one of my goals last stream, which I'm very happy about. So I officially have 51 followers, according to Twitch, because Twitch is weird. Let's see. How do they have it classified right now? Yep, 50-50. So it shows 51, which is a little weird, right? But something about Twitch is counting my follower feed is a little weird. It's under all of the widgets and everything, it always says 51, and in my achievements list it says 50, which makes no sense, right? But when you look at my actual channel, I believe it also says 51. Here, let me check here. Yep, it also says, if you go to my actual channel, it says 51 followers. So it's really weird, and I don't know what's going on. I asked Twitch about it at some point, but they were like, yeah, we don't know either. I think it's a carryover from, this account's from 2013. I've been on Twitch a really long time, and I started streaming back then, and I had taken a break, and I think because it had been such a large break that the accounts that were following me probably just no longer exist anymore. And so I think I'm just kind of bugged where they're there, but they're not there. So I don't know, but yeah. So it's always going to be like one off, which is why my follower goal was 51 instead of 50, because I knew it would be kind of weird. So, but hey, on to the next goal. So I'm glad I hit that metric. Unfortunately, I don't have enough regular viewers yet. I'm getting there, really close to start applying for affiliate. But yep, exactly. I just got to keep streaming. So that's what we're going to be doing. So it's hard to get a regular schedule, and that regular schedule really helps to get people to kind of start being like, oh yeah, this guy's going to be on at this time. And so I'm doing my best, but it's hard. So I'm hoping that just by being on regularly in general, that will help. So I may not be able to commit to a specific time, but at least people will be like, he'll probably be on. That's the best I could do. So let's see here. And like I said last stream, I am going to be, I have backed up all my VODs for the most part. Unfortunately, they're split between 2 YouTube channels, so that's going to be a pain to fix. But the VODs I do have on my VOD channel, I'm going to be getting them organized in the next couple of days now that I got some time to work on them. And I'm going to try and get them to be more YouTube like friendly in terms of like trying to find what stream is what. Like my Stellar Blade stream is like 8 streams. So I got to like categorize it so people know which one is the first stream to watch and the second stream and so on. Ideally, when things get a little better for the channel, I'd like to hire an editor to kind of help, make things a little bit more digestible for the YouTube audience. But that's, a future daydream. So, but yeah, as far as today's concerned, we're going to cover the Xbox conference, which I believe also had the PC Gaming Show as well as aired, and the N3 conference, which I don't know what that is, but it aired today as well. Tomorrow's the Ubisoft conference, and then we got a bunch of smaller conferences happening on the 12th, which I probably won't be covering those. And then we have a THQ Nordic showcase next month. I still haven't heard anything about the Nintendo one. I saw somebody saying it was on the 19th, but I haven't looked at it. I've been trying to stay away from gaming stuff today just to kind of not spoil myself on the PC Gaming Show. Unfortunately, I got spoiled slightly on the reveal of the Doom game. Apparently, it's a medieval, like it's a Doom game it's a prequel, and it's set in like the medieval era. Which okay, we'll see how that goes. That's all I know about it. I haven't seen any trailers or anything. I also got spoiled a little bit on there's some new Xbox like consoles or models or something like that. I just saw a quick blurb about that, and then there's a new Fallout something or other. I think that's kind of it that I saw for spoilers. So I'm going to this pretty blind. So hopefully this will be pretty good. There we'll should be able to flip over. There we go. So we're back on Games Recap here. And I'm just seeing here. There were a lot of reveals. Well, some of these look like they're repeats for the PC Gaming Show. But that's a lot of trailers. Well, we got the Xbox one here. I think we'll just actually watch the show for Xbox. So let's look at what we got here. Do we not have the... Oh, here we go. Alright. So we'll just go to YouTube for this. Full screen it. Turn off Dad for a sec. Alright. Yeah, it's a lot of titles, but I think for the PC Gaming Show, just at a brief glance I saw through that, there's going to be some repeat trailers, so we'll probably skip through some of those. But I think at the very least, we'll watch the Xbox show in full, and then from there we'll kind of see what's going on with the PC Gaming Show, because I don't know if I want to sit through all of those trailers, because that's a lot. But, we'll at least kind of pick and choose out of the list of what's there and see if there's anything that kind of piques our interest. I think that's kind of the best way to do that one. So let's see here. We'll watch this one in full and go from there, I guess. Wow. So that's what all of the different ratings look like in other countries. And ours, I guess. Nope. Really? Is ours there? No. Interesting. This program contains mature content that may not be suitable for all audiences. Okay, Xbox, tone it down a bit.
Almost came in through the back door.
If this is too loud or too quiet, let me know.
Don't trust anyone.
Good evening. The Soviet Union is no more. Despite a potential for instability and chaos, these events clearly serve our national interest. Free from the specter of global conflict.
Today we celebrate the mystery of American renewal.
Something's going on. Something big.
I'm a fire starter. Terrific fire starter.
I figured if I stuck around hell long enough, I'd see the devil.
How's he look?
Oh, that's okay, man.
I'm a fire starter.
That's perfectly fine. Grab some sleep, lurk, whatever you gotta do. I appreciate you popping in.
We're being hunted from the inside.
I'm a fire starter. Twisting fire starter.
You don't have to trust me, Marshal. But it might be better if you do.
Hey! It's something you should see.
What the hell are we getting into? Don't trust anyone.
You broke into a CIA black site. Are you out of your mind?
Things got complicated.
May God continue to bless the United States of America.
You just got a first look at the campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Okay, before he goes any further, I have to be like, huh? Okay. Okay, I know it's Black Ops, but it's weird to me how like Call of Duty always seems to find the right weird tone. Like, okay, so part of me is kind of like, okay, this is neat that you're doing a kind of like a historical, like a story based in a historical period. Okay, cool, right? Part of me is also like, I kind of wish that there was a Call of Duty where they did a what if type of scenario, like at a point in history where something branches off. Obviously don't necessarily like go to the easy stuff like what if Hitler won the war or something stupid like that, but like it would be really interesting to see a Call of Duty game, or hell, even a Battlefield game, where the plot is a version of Earth that history went different. Because it's kind of tiring to see all of these kind of games always dipping back to like the same geopolitical like type conflicts, and flashpoints, and usually from an American centric perspective too, which is kind of annoying sometimes. But like, here we are, Cold War type stuff. It's, there's an Iraq thing or some desert fighter, jungle fighter, whatever, and they just kind of pick whatever geopolitical, Vietnam, Korea. It'd be nice to see like an alternate history thing, where like let's say like you could create a fake country, like keep it actually Earth, right? But like create like a whole what if scenario of like what if Earth developed in a different way, like all of the nations are slightly different, new geopolitical like centers of the world. I don't know. There's got to be a way to kind of like spice things up in that sense, right? It reminds me a bit of like Ace Combat, where like Namco creates like these fictional areas and like lands and stuff. Like in the last Ace Combat, those nations don't exist at all, but they're played off as if they're legitimate. So yeah, I don't really know those games, and that's okay. But that trailer for my liking showed not quite enough. A bunch of dramatic stuff happening, something Biohazard. Well, and that's kind of it, right? Like if you're not already kind of clued into the Call of Duty type of stuff, the trailers are mostly just a bunch of like, like military mumbo jumbo. You know, it's the kind of stuff that you're a sucker for if you're already kind of steeped in those types of games. But like, you know, yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't necessarily want the story spoiled for you, but you know, you at least want to kind of know what direction this, like, what's the point of the story, right? The only bit I got out of the story was the one girl like, you broke into a Black Ops site, you know, okay, well, Call of Duty Black Ops, that's what they do. And it takes place during, you know, the, you know, early 90s with the fall of Soviet Union. That's kind of all I really got out of it. Cool trailer, but like, yeah, you're right. It's very vague and there's not much to it. And that's kind of a thing with Call of Duty campaigns in general. I think that Call of Duty campaigns have been on a serious downslide since, say, like probably COD 1 and COD 2, Modern Warfare. Like, they're just not. I still think the one with the ghillie suit, all ghillied up, is one of the best missions. No Russian, of course. Everybody, you know, talks about no Russian, but like, yeah. Since then, the single player campaign parts of Call of Duty have just been like getting worse and worse. I would say that probably the most interesting one, and this one is kind of a what if type future type thing, but they did what's the Call of Duty that they did in space? That one was kind of interesting. I don't know. I actually would like one of the things I'd love to do on the channel at some point, and maybe I'll just wait for them to start getting on Game Pass, because Call of Duty games have always been very expensive. I would like to play some of the Call of Duty campaigns, because I think playing like first person shooter campaigns from like Call of Duty and Battlefield would be kind of fun, just to kind of go through, especially like some of the older ones. But yeah, you know, COD, yeah, and that's the thing is like I think at a certain point with Call of Duty, they just kind of doubled down on the formula. They're like, you know what, everybody likes Modern Warfare 2. We'll just kind of keep going with that. And then they split it off because they did Black Ops. Then it was Call of Duty, you know, whatever, then Black Ops, whatever, and so on and so forth. So they always had like a quote unquote fresh Call of Duty. And I know for a while that people were talking about like Development Team 1, Development Team, all this weird behind the scenes crap. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really play Call of Duty much anymore, mostly just because the multiplayer stuff is fun, but it's never been the thing that I like about Call of Duty. I've always really liked more of like the single player missions. Because honestly, Call of Duty's multiplayer invites some of the most annoying tryhards ever. I'm just not a big fan of it. It's like League of Legends style of sweaty gamer. I'm just not that passionate about it. If you're playing with some friends and you're just goofing off, it's not so bad. You know, but yeah, I mean, otherwise it's, yeah. Yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. So, and Battlefield's an even worse state. But I don't know. Yeah, it's a trailer that didn't really tell you much, except, hey, there's another Call of Duty, and people will eat it up. I do think, and I bet you Phil Spencer's going to announce this in a second here as soon as I hit the on pause button. I bet you 10 to 1 this is going to be Game Pass. I would be shocked if it's not. So let's see what he says.
Set in the 1990s, after the Cold War ends, where the truth isn't what it seems. It's an honor to stand here representing the creative teams at Activision. And please stay tuned after the showcase, where we will take you inside the studios to hear directly from Treyarch and Raven, who are working on Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You'll get a 25-minute deep dive into the story and a sneak peek at multiplayer and zombies. It's been 10 years since Call of Duty has been in our show. It's been even longer since all Call of Duty players got the same game at the same time. Going forward, everyone will experience the game, including the Black Ops 6 beta, the season expansions, and the updates at launch. There are currently over 100 million people who play Call of Duty every month. We hope to grow that community by making Black Ops 6 the first Call of Duty game that will be available in Game Pass day one.
Yep,
so no matter where you choose to play, everyone is welcome to experience Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th. I'm incredibly excited for today's show. I'm standing here thinking about all the passion that has gone in to making this show what it is. It's an honor to share the latest efforts from our partners around the world. and from our own creative teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, and Xbox Game Studios.
Look at all the studios we bought. They're now ours. That's all I got out of this. I love how he's talking about it like these are homegrown studios that they've been working with for years. And I'm like, no, you just bought these guys. Come on. 2 of these you literally just got. Oh, man. I will say this, and it's something I probably should have said a little bit before this all started, is to me personally, this is the make or break presentation for Microsoft. Because I have genuinely grown to not like Microsoft, not like hate them or anything like that. I'll still grab Game Pass for something like that. But like, as somebody who wants to be invested in the Microsoft ecosystem, I just can't do it at this point. I've tried for years. After the 360, it just got worse and worse. I mean, at this point, I bought a PS5, mainly because I trust, and I know this is weird saying this because I shouldn't be, I trust Sony's ability to deliver interesting games more than I trust Microsoft's ability to do that. Right, exactly. Activision and Blizzard were already a combined package. There's nothing new here. And Xbox Game Studios is literally just all the stuff that they normally, like, that they bought, and that's just the umbrella label they put it under. It's like, oh my God. So anyways, I'm just saying that, like, I believe, and I think a lot of people have probably thought this with this presentation. And like I said, I haven't seen any online stuff. I've tried really hard to stay away from Twitter and all that today, except for the announcement I made earlier. You know, I'm curious to see after we watch all this what the like internet reaction is to this presentation, because like for me, Microsoft's just been on a downhill slide since the Xbox 360. Like when they announced the Xbox One, they did it in like the worst possible way, and they never recovered from it. And then they went on the studio buying spree for years, not just Activision Blizzard, but Bethesda and just a whole bunch of other studios and stuff. And it's like their ability to actually produce games from these studios has been just absolute dog water. It's been terrible. You know, Nintendo puts out I mean, even with the Wii U, they were still putting out, you know, big games on a regular basis. You know, the Wii U was a sales failure, but Nintendo still supported the crap out of that console. You know, Sony, okay, PS4, banger console. PS5 hasn't been that great, but it still has a lot of pretty cool, interesting games that are being released for it. Microsoft has not been doing the same with the Xbox series. They're just, I mean, the Halo game, I mean, if it wasn't for the studios, games from studios they're shutting down, like Hi-Fi Rush and Ghostwire and stuff like that, what would you really have that Microsoft's been releasing for their console? Like, it's been announcement after announcement, and nothing has been coming out. So it's like, if you're a fan of the Xbox ecosystem, I mean, you can get your third-party games pretty much anywhere. So it's like, what are you getting out of this? You know, by buying a Microsoft console, it's not even the most powerful console because, let's be honest, I mean, the PS5 is pretty much the same type of environment. So, big business, more of the same, just like when Activision merged with / bought Blizzard. Yeah. And I remember at the time that people were saying that Blizzard being bought by Activision was a good thing because the company that had previously owned Blizzard, honestly, kind of was crap too. You know, I mean, ever since Blizzard sold itself to another entity, it's just been being traded from one crappy business to another crappy business. And I don't think that's ever going to change. A lot of the original founders and members of Blizzard are gone. I know Metzen kind of came back and stuff, but like for the most part, it's not the same company anymore anyway. So they're happy to be under the yoke of another company at this point. But yeah, it does feel like the Blizzard as a company just can't seem to catch a break from their owners. But I don't feel too much sympathy for Blizzard because they've also been their own worst enemy. So, you know, they're not the development studio they used to be. So it's one of the reasons why, even though I'm invested in Blizzard products and entertainment and news, I don't really play much of it because the games I was playing, they changed them so much, or in case of Overwatch, they just got rid of it. That and what has been replaced with is just not. I don't want to entertain that. You know, I'm not going to play Overwatch 2 because I find that their practices for their monetization are disgusting, and the broken promises for the PvE mode stuff are just, it's too much. I can't do that anymore. you know. And for World of Warcraft, I mean, and this is coming from somebody who played in the betas for World of Warcraft. Like, I've been playing World of Warcraft since before it actually came out in 2006, and I just can't anymore. Like, I'm so tired of how the game has been developed since, oh god, Warlords of Draenor? You know, Cataclysm even. I think Cataclysm is where the like, you can, people like to point at Wrath of the Lich King as being like the downfall of World of Warcraft, but I'm gonna say Cataclysm was. Cataclysm for me was the major turning point. With Cataclysm, and then even after that, almost every expansion was terrible. I mean, yeah, people have fond memories of, say, like Mists of Pandaria or Legion, but like everything else has been shit. Well, Cataclysm came out in 2010. You know, so it's like you've had almost 15 years of shit WoW expansions. And unless you're heavily invested in playing those games all the time, you know, that kind of like, what do they call it when you're like, you know, you've put in a lot of time into something and you're, you know, like it's almost like an investment of time at this point. And, you know, I can't remember, there's a name for it, but yeah, where it's like, you can't, you know, you sunken cost. I think that's what it is, you know, where like you've put in so much time, you would feel that stopping now would be a waste of that time, you know, and I can't. So no, it hasn't really been. There's a reason why the classic thing from Blizzard, the classic servers, vanilla WoW, why that is the only reason that World of Warcraft is staying afloat. Like, if you look at the numbers for classic versus retail, it's kind of bonkers. You know, the WoW progression stuff is saving Blizzard's hide. It's not even close. I mean, I know retail does pretty well. It makes good money. But, like, if you look at the player base, the players are not nearly as interested in retail content as they are in classic content. So it just shows you where the player base is. A lot of the player base is. Not everybody, but where a lot of the player base is when it comes to MMOs. You know, people actually like the way that vanilla was designed in many ways. There's a lot of bad points about vanilla. You know, but people like the feel and flow of that versus the way that the game has been designed now. So, yeah. But it is a shame. Yeah. So, but, you know, Microsoft trying to capitalize on all of this, like, as if we bought this, now it's ours, and we own it, and this, you know, we're proud of this. And it's like, come on, Phil Spencer, get real. Yeah, it's so degrading. It's so degrading. And this is from somebody who is like, I'm interested in the War Within. I've tweeted about it a few times. I've talked about it on stream a couple times. You know, I'm interested in what the future of WoW is going to be. I watched BlizzCon last year. I actually have a stream, a VOD of that too. I got to upload, or put live on thing. And it's like, you know, I'm fascinated by these things. I think they're great, but like, yeah, exactly. It's like that meme, you know, with Donald Duck where he walks into a building, you know, or no, not that one. The one where somebody hands the guy something, and he's like, "You built this?" And he looks at it, he goes, "I built this." You know, that's how it feels, right? I don't know. I could rant about Blizzard for days, so let's not do that. But it is a little frustrating.
What I believe is some of their best work ever. And now I get to introduce something that is special to me. As someone who has played games for as long as I have, it's amazing that I get to set up this world premiere. So thank you all for joining us, and please enjoy the show.
World premiere.
Oh my god, he actually said it. Bethesda, huh? It's gonna be Fallout 7. Oh wait, no, it's Doom. This is the Doom trailer. I'm gonna switch over to 4K. Cool looking weapon. Is this a Mick Gordon soundtrack? That looked kind of cool. Play day one with Game Pass. I looked okay, but is it me or did that look basically just like Doom, but like with a different type of, like it's slightly different? It did feel a bit more like the OG, like the 2016 Doom, and not so much like Doom Eternal from the gunfights. But like, who knows? This could have been staged for like the trailer, you know. But it looked cool. I definitely would check it out.
Who were you before? Who did you love? What did you believe?
State of Decay. Yeah, I would agree with that. They do all feel kind of the same.
Late to ask now.
Maybe they'll do something different with this one.
We all knew the risks when we ventured out beyond the gates. But you helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us. We found hope in each other.
Help! I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it. It would always be worth it. And that helped us find the courage to keep going, to fight on. When we needed it the most.
Well, he's dead.
I didn't know you well. But we'll keep your memory alive. Every sacrifice we make matters and will never be forgotten. No one is forgotten. We live on.
I suppose there's a third one of these. I've never been impressed by the State of Decay gameplay. Trailers always look really cool. When you see the game and it's like, eh. Ooh. Is this Dragon Age?
Not looking good, old friend. This'll take more than you and me.
What are you thinking?
We need need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
And someone to bring a little darkness to the daylight.
Yeah, they do somehow.
We're going into the Fade, aren't we?
And digging up a lot of buried secrets.
What about Darkspawn?
Yeah. Someone who will stand between us and a pack of demons.
You know there will be dragons.
Right. We'll need someone with fire in their blood. One more thing. This crew needs a leader. Someone we can count on. Someone that the world can count on. But where are we gonna find her?
It's you! You're the hero! Okay, real quick on that. Like, okay, one, yeah, I'm shocked BioWare still exists too. Two, that didn't feel like a Dragon Age game. I felt a bit more like, oh, what the heck is it? What's that one that the oh my gosh, my brain is just not working. Vox Machina, the Critical Role stuff, had that kind of vibe to it, not the like darker stuff that I'm kind of used to with Dragon Age. So I don't know. I'd like to see gameplay, to be honest. Trailer's cool, but I'd like to see more gameplay.
We have received a distress call of unknown origin. There is no record of a star station in this orbit. Something is not right.
Interesting.
This is the Serpent's will.
Coming aboard was a mistake. We need to run.
Hold very still and choose your words carefully. They will determine how long you live. You trespass in the home of House Varun. Your fate will be decided by the Great Serpent.
Can you feel its embrace encircling your heart? Constricting until there is no more you. Only us.
Wow. And new content coming. That automatically looked better than anything I've seen from Starfield ever. That actually looked interesting. I mean, I don't know. It would almost make me want to try Starfield. But that looked way better than anything I ever saw from Starfield. I was really keen on Starfield initially, but once I actually saw the gameplay and stuff, and I heard, like, you know, how the story kind of doesn't really do much, I was like, yep, nope, barely runs my computer anyway. But this looked cool, so I'll keep an eye on this one.
I'm from the Trackers Alliance. We have a proposal for you.
I wish you the best of luck.
Another Bethesda game?
Vaultathon 76 is sponsored in part by Sugar
Fallout.
Bombs Breakfast Cereal. Bombs away. Folks, if you're just joining us, we're coming to you live in the 10th consecutive hour of our Vaultathon 76 drive. We've got operators standing by and, oh, it looks like we've got one.
Harry's on from Skyline Valley. He's sending the whole family to Vault 76.
How about that? Skyline Valley, beautiful country, right in the heart of Shenandoah.
Oh, Shenandoah, I hear you calling.
Call now to join Harry and the over 17 million Vault dwellers already on board. And let's keep those numbers climbing.
Got 4 on the line from AVR Medical Center.
Twins, congrats.
Vault 76 is a growing community, and strong community can weather any storm. Why, just take a look at our Skyline Valley neighbors in Vault 63. The greatest scientific minds are hard at work, cooking up shocking new ways to protect and preserve this Appalachian Eden. Yes, Skyline Valley is a stunning portrait of Mother Nature in repose. From the picturesque Shenandoah National Park to its majestic wildlife and friendly local residents, Skyline Valley is a welcome home to all. And don't forget to bring home a souvenir or two. When the bombs started dropping, don't come a-knocking. Call now to reserve your place in Vault 76. Still not sold? Well, I suppose having skin is not for everyone. Best of luck out there.
Cross the wide
World premiere.
Yeah. What the?
Soon she'll wake and paint again. Paint a new number, ticking down every year. One stroke, and everyone of that age vanishes into nothingness. Every year she paints again, and every year an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission: destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again.
Cool premise.
Break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
It's an RPG?
Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who will come after. Right? We are Expedition 33.
That is a very interesting premise for a story. Not sure about the game, but very cool story. I like the visuals for sure. Visuals were pretty cool. Like, obviously the graphic fidelity was great and everything, but like just the design of everything was really cool. Liked how trippy it looked. And it had a little bit of that like Persona vibe to it a little bit with like the UI elements and everything. Although the party didn't, like, they all just kind of looked like they were just standing around, which was weird. But you know, obviously the game's not done yet. But could be very interesting. Definitely something to keep my eye out on.
Do you think there's a chance my mom's still alive?
If your mom's anything like you have, she'll keep fighting till we find her.
Is this a new trailer for that game from last year?
It's just hard to believe this is all really happening.
You mean to tell me your mama never told you stories about critters and weavers?
Yep, it is.
Oh, you're lucky I come along.
What?
Shh. That's two-toed Tom. Big gator. I gotta drop you off fast.
After I got you out of that tree, you said you helped me find my mama.
I ain't of a disposition to be gator snacks.
Well, me neither.
If we're gonna go on, we gotta get rid of him.
I'm all ears.
There's a church up a ways with a big bell. Go on and ring it.
You want to make him come running?
Tom can't abide the sound of bells. Some church folks once tried to dynamite him, and he didn't take that too kind. If you ring that bell, he might skedaddle.
You better not skedaddle.
Go on now, scoot. I'll pick you up yonder after to go find your mom.
This animation is awesome.
Hey, I heard that.
Gameplay.
Gotta move quickly now. Wait, that floating island is the gator? Oh, hell no.
Oh. I'm already interested. Although it don't look like there's a lot of impact in the visual. Like the attacking looks strong, but like, I don't know. It feels like it doesn't have the punch to the attacks like you would see in like Stellar Blade or Devil May Cry.
Now to get over there.
Cool powers. There's a cow up there. Of course. You have like a blue soundtrack.
What the hell?
Hurry up! Jump!
A boat
Huh.
and a church
Kind of cool looking.
are just meals.
2025.
Tom,
Wow.
they say
Okay, well, another reason to get Game Pass again. So far, there's been a bunch of these where it's next year.
In darkness, she slumbers and dreams. And for countless generations, mortal heroes have risen to defend her. They faced monsters, tyrants, and beasts of primordial horror. Though they fought amongst themselves, their enmity following them to the most distant shores. And even across time and space, their courage never faltered. Even upon the very threshold of death. While new hope blooms on the horizon, the final battle draws near. Now, in the darkness, at the very heart of the world, the drums of war thunder once again. And Azeroth at last awakens. The world's soul, so long denied me, shall be mine.
Interesting. Okay, 3 things in this trailer. Well, 4 things technically. Interesting callbacks to the original. I need a moment to think about this because there's some interesting things in this trailer. Like, a few things here. So, very interesting callbacks to earlier eras of World of Warcraft. So, let's see here. I think I'm about time for me to upgrade my internet. Well, YouTube is also part of the problem. Here, let's switch over here. Back to 1080p for a sec. So, yeah. Very interesting. Yep. Yeah, there's Burning Crusade, Mist of Pandaria, Draenor. What was interesting to me, though, is one, they have models for, here, let's speed up a little bit. So that's a CGI model for the Earthen, which is the new allied race. And then this is a CGI model for the leader of the Eretor that are in, or Wrathi, sorry, that are in the underneath place in it's like the starting zone for the new expansion. Notice the pointed ear. She's a half elf with a missing arm, which is, you know, probably battle scars and stuff. But the pointed ears thing, half elves. This is the first time we've seen half elves in World of Warcraft, which is interesting. That was the Nerubian area, that little purple hole. This is the Earth doing the Forge. this was interesting here because this species was data mined in on Wowhead, and they're basically a cross between night elves and trolls, and presumed to be a potential allied race. So the thinking from fans right now is that you have the confirmed allied race, which is the Earthen, and then you're going to have 2 more allied races, the minimum, which would be the half-elf, which might just be customizations for existing humans and stuff. And then this race here, which is another CGI models for these characters. So her, oh, that was a big jump. That's the Nerubian entrance to their Nerubian kingdom. But her here, see if we can kind of pause on a good note here. Her right here, yep, good one. So what's interesting in this that the area that these, I think they're like Hordrim or something like that. They have a little bit of a Quilboris look to them as well, but you can tell they have like that night elf troll combination. The area that she's in has a lot of let's show here. Like look at all like the tree roots and everything. And she's got like some kind of magic thing she's doing. This is like the area they're in has a whole area where there's like roots going into the earth. And the thinking is currently that that's actually part of the Tree of Elune, one of the world trees that was originally planted by a priestess of Elune or something like that. So, and that these guys might be like a protector of that. So overall, very interesting. And I do like how they tied the end of the trailer in with the Drums of War thing. The last thing I noticed was this bit here. So in the original reveal for War Within, they showed this, but not to the degree that they're seeing the damage they're seeing here. So in the original reveal for the War Within, this is where the logo starts, because they always do this with World of Warcraft expansions. They have the planet or whatever, and then the logo comes in, and this forms like the O in the world. And this and when they did the reveal, they showed like the planet was kind of cracking apart and everything. But here, the damage is way more noticeable. As you'll notice, like the planet is literally burning up, and all of the like the atmosphere is leaving. Like there's so much destruction here. As you can see, it's like basically burning away. And the plot that has been kind of talked about so far is that the Void, the Harbinger in particular, is going to cause the planet to be destroyed in some kind of fashion. And we know this because they had a quest line about a week or two ago in the game called Dark Heart, which reveals that one of the characters, Locust Walker, that happened to his planet. Those guys that walk around with bandages and everything like that. So it's interesting that the logo shows way more destruction to the planet here. After the revelation that there was a Harbinger that went to his planet and they tried to fight, and that was the end result, was their planet got destroyed too. So yeah, this kind of also ties into like how the trailer in general was showing the beginning of World of Warcraft, and now this is kind of implying that this is the end of World of Warcraft. So either they're planning on because they're talking about this is going to be 3 expansions, this one, and then there's like 2 more after this. My thinking is that they're going to do these 3 expansions as like one mega expansion. It's going to just keep going out over a couple of years now. While they're working on this, I think they have like a WoW 2 type of scenario in mind, like a Cataclysm, but like on a really big scale. So like a rebirth of World of Warcraft in a sense. So that's my like conspiracy theory, and I think a lot of people are probably having that idea too. So this is very interesting. It'll be really interesting to see how much for the good. The other big one is the release date, which is August. And right now, if you buy the like highest end edition, you get access to the beta, which at this point is just a glorified demo. And this is kind of like, I did not expect it to be this quick. I thought they'd probably release it closer to like October or November. So very interesting to see this release date. I wonder if this will be on Game Pass. Probably not. just a PC. Blah, blah, blah.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. Your codename for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's specialty. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army. Freeze. Speak.
That looked really good.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Hell yeah, that actually looked really good. It's weird that they chose Metal Gear Solid 3 for a remake, though. Sea of Thieves. Gotta be Sea of Thieves. Yep. Season 13. I'm really impressed with how successful that game has been.
Your kind meddled where you shouldn't. As long as Ooh is free, your world is in mortal peril.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too.
If you're a god, you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you.
Really, this song? Cool mechanic.
Come on then, fight me and die!
Weird trailer. Kind of out of nowhere, too, for how quickly it's coming out. Was this ever announced before? I mean, look okay.
We return to you now as the gods of mankind.
Rulers of the Greeks and the Norse.
The Egyptians and the Atlanteans.
We created mankind to fight for our glory. So rise and wield my wrath.
Command beastly chaos.
Rain down destruction.
And unleash our fury.
Worship me. Claim my power. And legend will be yours.
Huh. Kind of a cool little twist on the usual genre stuff. Not really usually into those kind of games, but they're kind of neat.
Your target is in possession of a radioactive device. Stop Carrington's attack at all costs. Good luck, Agent.
I always knew I had an instinct. I could see the world differently. I thought it would be like any other mission. I was wrong.
Crystal Dynamics.
Where it's a pleasant 23 degrees all day, every day.
How far to his last known location?
Local forces are also tracking his whereabouts. You need to find him before they do.
I'll have to improvise.
Generating voice print.
افتح. ارسل واحدا آخر. اختبر البوابة بحذر.
What readings are you getting?
We are getting odd readings from your monitor. Can you confirm?
I'm looking at the screen right now.
Has like a Dishonored feel to it.
Our intel places Carrington on the second floor.
When the life we think we know turns out to be a lie. There's only one way forward. Find the truth. Scan's clear. I'm going in blind.
Carrington! Damn it!
Analyze. What am I looking at here?
Carrington appears to be targeting a research facility. If he attacks it, the casualties could be astronomical.
Agent Stark, it's a pleasure to meet you. I could use someone with your skills.
Yeah, it's definitely has like a Dishonored feel to it.
I had to lose everything before I could see. What this world was really hiding.
I hope you're ready, Agent Dark.
Are you all seeing this?
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
Perfect Dark? What? I mean, it's been a really long time since the other Perfect Dark games, but I would never have pegged that as Perfect Dark. I mean, it looked cool, but it felt more like Dishonored than... I mean, I don't know. She does play a spy, so I guess it kind of fits. I don't know. It looked good, though. From the rumors I was hearing, I heard the game was kind of in a crappy place. That trailer says otherwise, so we'll see. I'm sure the truth's somewhere in the middle.
Joanna Dark is caught in the middle of a near-future war over advanced technology that threatens the lives of millions. We hope you enjoyed the first look at gameplay, and we can't wait to share more from the developers at The Initiative and Crystal Dynamics as the game progresses. The creativity and talent of game creators are what make our industry unique, and I'm incredibly proud of our games and our teams. They are building a diverse lineup of titles, which includes new installments in beloved franchises like Doom, The Dark Age.
I just want to say, it's also kind of weird to see a Rare game, another Rare game, that doesn't have the Rare, like, studio attached to it. Like, I know Microsoft owns the IP, they can do whatever they want, and Killer Instinct turned out great. But it's still weird to me, as somebody who grew up with Rare games, to see Rare titles being developed by other companies, when the company that owns the, like, it's just, Microsoft owns Rare, just be like, hey, Rare, can you make games? Apparently not. Well, you know, it's just weird to me.
From id Software. Updates and expansions to our ongoing games, like World of Warcraft, The War Within from Blizzard. Handcrafted original concepts, like South of Midnight from Compulsion Games. And blockbuster games with massive audiences like Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision. On behalf of our creative teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, King, and Xbox Game Studios, we thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to getting their ambitious games in your hands. Diablo is one of the most enduring and beloved series in all of gaming. We're thrilled to have Diablo 4 in Game Pass, where millions of you made it your favorite way to play. This October, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred expands the demon slaying experience with an all-new character class, a new region, and of course, the next chapter in the acclaimed story. Here is the opening cinematic for the game. Let's take a look.
Ooh. Blizzard cinematics are always pretty awesome. I'm already disturbed. You can't do anything about that.
Akrat, cheers, chicham. Mini demisichis. Mini Zukudo, Mart Solan. Akrat, cheers, chicham. Mini demisichis. Mini.
Boy, young one, are you all right?
Akrat, cheers, chicham. Mini demisichis. Mini demisichis.
Neyrelle?
Zukudo, Mart.
Oh, you're not well. Please, please, my child, let me help you.
Stay away from me!
Neyrelle! Is that how I raised you?
No, Mother. But I must carry this burden alone. I must get to Akarat's tomb.
But look at you. You're killing yourself.
I don't know how much longer I can...
I'm here, little magpie.
I missed you so much.
I'm so proud of you. But now, I need you to give
up. No. Of course it's you. You monster. Let go of me!
Let's go. No. You made a choice. And I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
Oh.
Surrender.
No! I control the stone!
You hold the stone. You control nothing.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I could use some help.
Oh. Jesus. That's impressive. They somehow managed to at least equal the original opening.
Oh, right. You. So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have come to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than perhaps the greatest hero of them all? Yeah? There he is, in all his finery. Cheers. I mean, sure, you get your mega fans,
You are like literally my favourite person.
your haters,
It's like a fan club, but we hate you.
your chancers, and the occasional giant toad.
Is this Fable, I wonder?
But it's more than that. It's about the choices you make.
I'm a hero. I should do what I want.
You thought you could save her?
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, isn't it? Really, stays with you. I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
Yep, Fable.
I'm going to fix it, this place. And no one is going to stand in my way.
Another 2025. Did look interesting, though.
World premiere.
Yeah, that was the big tip-off. Although for a brief moment I thought he was talking about Albion Online. I don't know why.
Use this. Make your own rules.
It's my turn.
What the heck am I watching? 5v5 rule-changing hero shooter. Okay.
World premiere.
That has potential as an idea. I'm not too keen on more 5v5 deathmatch games, though. I think there's enough of those.
I have traveled back to where I grew up. Here, I found my childhood home in ruins. Why hasn't my aunt taken good care of it? The bridge to her house is broken, so I can't even ask her. I will make the tree stump a cozy home again, no matter what it takes. And no matter how hard it gets. I will fight. And find meaning and beauty out here.
Cute little cozy. This is really impressive looking. So it's like an updated version that I'm guessing? I mean, it looked really good. Like, graphically, particularly. Oh, there's so many songs like this. People who make trailers, I beg you, for the love of God, please stop using licensed songs like this in your trailers. It gets old, man. That and those stupid drums, please. I want to burn those drums, man. Every trailer now is like, hey, do you like drums? There's got drums in it. It's it just gets old. It's always the same drum sound too. You know, that like big, like I don't know the name of it, but you know, like you see the giant drum that like people will beat on for like tribal stuff. That's what they all sound like. It's just so overused at this point. So I'm not sure which is worse, like the licensed, you know, especially like the ones where they do like the slow, like pop sounds, like, you know, it's just the indie girl or whatever. Pet peeve, man. Pet peeve with trailers. It's just so overused at this point. Okay, I just got done watching Hotel Transformania yesterday, and where is that? This guy right here with the spider bike thing. Yeah, this guy right here just reminds me of Van Helsing. I don't know why. It's the dumbest thing. I don't know why I'm like, yeah, that's the thing that pops in my mind when I'm watching this. It's a cool looking mount, but it's just it's so dumb.
World premiere.
Please be something interesting.
I swore I'd never use my power again.
Square Enix. All right, this could be interesting.
But 2 nights ago, I found my friend's body in the woods. I don't know who I can trust, or who trusts me. But my friend Safi is dead. So why? can I still hear her voice? Focusing my power, I somehow shifted into a parallel timeline. Here, Sophie is still alive, but danger stalks our every step. And only I can investigate both realities.
Hang on. Parallel world?
It's the same as this one, except you're dead. I can still save Sophie. If I can solve and prevent the same murder across 2 timelines.
I wonder though, because like, I don't know, the Life is Strange series is just strange. like I remember the first Life is Strange with like the whole teenager vibe and all that, and then they started doing like some weird sequels and stuff. But right, yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah, this. I was looking for the Don't Nod because that was the studio that did the original, but I guess they don't do this anymore. But yeah, I mean, sure, why not? You know, right? Like maybe this will be good, but yeah, I've never played any of them. I have the one that they give out like every time there's a Pride Month. I have that one, the same studio and all that. I don't know. They always seem interesting, but like from a narrative perspective, and not necessarily like something I'd want to play from a gameplay perspective. So I don't know, but I feel like the franchise, people have kind of bounced off of it a lot after the first game. So maybe it's got its fans, but I don't know. I didn't see anything in this that was exciting. Lucasfilm.
Are you sure you want to investigate this, Indy?
Oh, this is that Indiana Jones game.
Could be the best kept secret in history.
What are you going to do, Indiana?
These artifacts have a deep connection to something in the past. Boss believes they hold a kind of power. A discovery that could change the world.
What were you doing out there?
Fresh air! We have to find the stones, Gina. Or they will. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you'd get a perfectly aligned circle.
The Great Circle.
Exactly.
I intercepted the Morse code coming from the Himalayas.
Where Voss is sending all of his men.
Kind of, yeah. It's like that.
Is that a...
Battleship? Yep. Let's get a closer look. Gotta find the stone and get off this ship.
What's that in his hands?
What does it say?
Earth something. What was that?
We'd better hide. Ciao.
Hey!
Hands behind your head.
Where's the stone, you American rat?
What stone?
Have you ever heard of Höhenangst?
Fear of heights?
Yes! And I have it. I endured this dreadful mountain even if my mind was screaming every step of the way. Because of a concept you narrow-minded Americans will never understand! Devotion. Total and absolute devotion to the fatherland. You have no purpose. What you have is your stupid American cartoons. Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Ha 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 ha! You laugh and dance, celebrating your own idiocy and drinking the piss you call beer! I will walk through fire for the devoted men of the Reich. Give me that stone. Now!
Can't give you what I don't have.
I shall search your corpse to make sure!
Please wait.
Give me the stone.
Gina.
We gotta get out of here.
And this is a gameplay that I'm very like. This is fun.
Gina! Haltet sie auf! Erschießt sie! Hab dich.
Of course, that's in the movie. All right. That is interesting. A first-person Indiana Jones game. Okay. So it could play well. It's not Harrison Ford's voice, I don't think, but it's pretty close. Story seems like the usual Indiana Jones fare, but it was entertaining to watch that scene. Graphics seemed okay. I think this could be a good one. I think this could definitely be a good one. Definitely want to play it. This type of game would be right up my alley. I do wonder how linear it is, if they're going to try and open it up a little bit. It's a different trailer than the one we saw from the Summer Game Fest. Looked pretty cool.
You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you. The first signs are really subtle, but over time, it becomes clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity. I should know. It runs in my blood.
Okay, there's been like a whole slate of these types of games now from China and stuff like that. This one looked pretty cool, but it's kind of crazy how we're getting so many of them now.
Come. Your Emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands. That wild frontier suffers from the Dream Scourge. Find the root of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
He is wrong. The Dream Scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot. Go, tame the chaos that plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future.
They both deceive you. There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see. You must open yourself to its mysteries. Tend to its purpose, no matter how wild. And become what the living lands truly needs. Its protector.
Is this Avowed? It is. That one looked interesting. All I got out of it though was it was a fantasy first person something or other. Not really much to go on.
Emergency at Windscale Atom Plant. It's not emergency, but disaster. Now the worst seems to be over.
Wiring target.
What is this? Atomfall? Huh.
Did your father ever tell you why my bones ache in the weather? War. Their soldiers killed everyone.
I do not fear our enemy. They talk of peace and dream of war. Our people deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
Vengeance is a lonely path now. Believe me, there are other ways to heal.
That has to be Assassin's Creed.
People so quick to abuse their power do not deserve to keep it.
There is much we will learn from each other, Yasuke.
You can see when two people fit, when they will be better together.
There is no honor in preying on the weak.
Together, we will bring justice back to the people.
I don't know. Assassin's Creed is kind of weird to me now. Like, I remember it, like the OG Assassin's Creeds, they had that, the plot with Ezio or whatever, and the future world and how it was all the memory and stuff. And it feels like now it's just a title for a franchise and none of that stuff really matters anymore. So, I mean, it's cool if you really like the Assassin's Creed Ubisoft formula, but for me, it just kind of... first couple ones were cool, and I don't know. Black Flag was probably the last one I thought was kind of interesting, just because it was trying to do something a little different. Having these all take place in different time periods and stuff now, with like the Norse one, there was the Egyptian one or whatever a couple of years ago. They're okay, but yeah, I haven't really been adding much commentary to some of these trailers, mostly just because they're kind of bland and forgettable. Like, they're interesting, but like not in a way where I'm just like, yeah, okay, this is cool, I can talk about this. There's just really not much to say. It's just somebody narrating something with a bunch of scenes from the game that probably aren't actually gameplay, and yeah, I mean, they're cool, but they're just not really interesting. A lot of these trailers, they feel like something that you would see like in the background while you're shopping at like a, Walmart or something, right? Like they feel like B-roll trailers, something that's going to be sitting behind the, like laid over on a green screen while somebody's talking about something else. It doesn't necessarily feel like a trailer that's made for viewing like in this type of environment, which is kind of weird, but that's just how it feels to me. So I don't feel like much to add because of that.
Скіфе, радий тебе бачити, друже.
This has to be Stalker. This one I absolutely want to play.
Ви тільки погляньте на це. Край, чарівний край черемоша й прута. Ти моя любов, ти рідна матінко моя. Жива.
Координати закинув. Поквапся. час можливостей. Усі ці жертви, усі ці смерті. Який в них сенс? Зона така, якою бачиш її ти. Я ж показав тобі, якою я її бачу. Іди своїм шляхом, і тоді ти зможеш побачити зону по-своєму.
Ooh. Man, I don't know. There's going to be too many games to play now. If all these games being announced for September and October.
We've been honored to partner with GSC Game World,
Kinda crazy.
the Ukrainian studio behind Stalker 2. We can't wait for you to experience their game yourselves on September 5th. Today, you've seen amazing games from creators around the world, from both our partners and our own studios, from the biggest blockbusters to original independent games. I hope you enjoy the breadth of titles coming to Xbox. In addition to all these great games, we're introducing a new all-digital Series X and expanding color and storage options across the Series X and S lineup. They'll be coming to select markets this holiday. These new X and S consoles, alongside the many other devices in our Xbox gaming family, offer you more choices. It's our mission to make Xbox the best place for you to play by including the titles from our own studios in Game Pass at launch, by bringing your games into. They'll be coming to select.
What are you doing, Microsoft? What are you doing? Unbelievable. Who is asking for an all-digital Series X? And you know it's not going to be cheaper than the disk drive version. You just know it's not. Just unbelievable. And you got the special edition 2 terabyte. Like, it just... They have been selling Xbox Series X's on and off since last Black Friday for less than $400. You can often find them, like the refurbished ones on Woot, for like $299. Nobody's buying these. The problem is they're not appealing consoles to own. This to me just feels like a way for them to mask the fact that they don't want to drop the price. So they're coming up with new versions with more memory and stuff, and it just looks stupid. It just looks stupid.
Select markets this holiday. These new X and S consoles, alongside the many other devices in our Xbox gaming family, offer you more choices. It's our mission to make Xbox the best place for you to play by including the titles from our own studios in Game Pass at launch, by bringing your games into the future with our commitment to game preservation, by pushing the technical boundaries in our future hardware, and empowering you to play your games anywhere you want on Xbox consoles, PC, and cloud. This is what defines Xbox today and in the future, and we're hard at work on the next generation. Immediately after Showcase ends, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct begins. We're taking you inside Treyarch and Raven for an extended look at what's next in Black Ops. But before we dive into the Direct, we've saved one more thing.
Okay, what you got?
World premiere.
Gears of War. Not the CRT, no! Wow, prequel. Play day one with Game Pass. But we're not gonna tell you when. Alright. Gears of War is on my list as well of franchises I'd like to go back and play. We're not watching the Call of Duty Direct. Oh man. So I guess that was the Xbox Game Showcase. I mean, on one hand, some cool announcements. I wouldn't say that like all the announcements were bad. I am a little disappointed in like what they announced, because some of it was interesting, some of it was just kind of like a lot of it was coming out next year type of thing. Let's see where we at here. So Call of Duty Black Ops 6, it's Call of Duty. You're either gonna like it or you're not, right? Doom: The Dark Ages. At first glance, it looks interesting because it does sound like they have Mick Gordon back, so I'm wondering if they kind of patch things up. But it definitely was very Mick Gordon-esque inspired music. But otherwise, it just looked like more Doom. Like, it didn't seem like it was copying Doom Eternal's gameplay, but to be honest, the gameplay could have been like staged for the trailer. So it's hard to really know. When they do a full reveal of how the game plays and everything, I think that I'll be more interested then. But I'm kind of like, Doom 2016 was nice and fresh feeling. Doom Eternal, I feel, started out strong and then kind of people just kind of lost interest in it. And then I think right now this has the potential to kind of, and like re-energize the franchise a little bit. But if the direction is just Doom, but now it's in Yale times, I think that might not be the direction that people were hoping for with Doom. It depends on how much you really like Doom as a franchise, I guess. State of Decay 3, it's State of Decay. If you like it, you like it. Dragon Age: The Veilguard. The trailer gives off a more like a less serious vibe than other Dragon Ages. A little weird to me because my brain always thinks of Dragon Age as being a more serious type of story. Not necessarily in, moment to moment gameplay, but definitely like in tone. And the trailer for this felt more like something like out of like Vox Machina, or whatever that Critical Role thing is. So it was a little strange, but again, maybe the gameplay reveal will be a bit different. It's hard to say. Let's see, go back to the next page here. Shattered Space. That was the Starflight or Starfield, I guess, expansion. They didn't really say what it was. DLC? I'm not sure. But it looked way more interesting than Starfield ever actually did. So that could be something that I might have on my radar. Depends on what it actually is supposed to be. Fallout 76, Expedition 33 I thought was interesting. Both from people always say that the games industry is not taking risks. This game is the definition of taking a risk because it's a fairly AAA looking game with a very unique premise. Sci-fi, fantasy is sure, but like, the idea of like, there's this evil presence, I guess you'd say, that like has a calendar and literally erases and counts down, and everybody at that age just vanishes. Kind of crazy, right? Like, just a really cool premise. And the visual style was just very cool, and honestly, I would say a little unique. Just from like, the way it kind of blurs that line of fantasy and reality. And then of course the gameplay, which I think that's the big risk here, because like you see all of these cool graphics and you think to yourself, oh, this could be like an action combat game or something. No, it's a freaking JRPG. Like, it looks like it takes a page out of Persona. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But it's a little weird because it's like, these are all things that kind of mesh into a very strange product that I don't think is going to sell very well. But I do think it's going to be something that is going to have fans if the gameplay is good. Because if the gameplay is good and they can nail the narration at least being decent, I have the feeling that it's going to have fans. But I don't know. RPGs are hard to sell these days. Unless you already have a very strong franchise. So like the metaphor ReFantasia or whatever from the other day, looked very cool and very Persona-esque. But I can tell you right now, it's probably not going to be a very big seller, strictly because it's not a franchise people are familiar with anymore, or like, at all, because it's new. So, but if I say Persona or Shin Megami Tensei, it's like, oh yeah, there's more like to work with there for a lot of those types of things. It's just hard to get noticed for those types of games now. We're not really in that market anymore. South of Midnight. I feel like it has that kind of like action combat thing, although the combat did feel a little weak just from the one little monster she fought. The visual style is great. And it definitely feels like a very like unique setting. So I do appreciate it for that. And I do think it could be a very interesting game to play when it comes out. World of Warcraft, The War Within, it's more WoW. Cinematics are cool. I find at this point, for me personally, I'm not really interested in playing World of Warcraft at all anymore, but I do enjoy kind of following along with the story. As it's not like it's an amazing story or anything like that, but at this point, I've spent a lot of my life on World of Warcraft. I'm kind of in for a little bit of it. Metal Gear Solid, Delta, Snake Eater. To me, it's always still strange when I think about like how Konami's choosing to remake these games. I would not have started with Metal Gear Solid 3. I would have started the OG Metal Gear Solid. But it looks really good for what it is. I'm sure it'll be a fun game to play. The original was. But I wonder, I think at this point, my brain kind of compartments like 1, 2, and 3 together in a way, just like because they all kind of came around the same era. Obviously 2 and 3 are leagues above 1's visuals, but like they all feel like a part of Metal Gear, like from an era that changed after Metal Gear 4 came out. So I don't know. But to me, it's like, okay, yeah, if you like Metal Gear, which I do, but I don't know if it's really going to do anything better than 3 originally did. So yeah. Sea of Thieves, if you like it, you like it. Flintlock was interesting. I haven't heard shit about this game. Same with Clair Obscur, or Expedition 33 or whatever, right? Like, these games just seem like they came out of nowhere. And they both have, like, very interesting sci-fi premises. Again, it gets back to that whole, like, Immortals of Avium thing, where it's like, maybe this could be a really cool story, but is the gameplay good, right? And obviously, does the, performance of the game, because that was a big issue with Immortals of Avium. But, like, is the gameplay actually interesting? And that's going to be a big deal. But even if the game's interesting, I don't know if Flintlock really has any kind of, like, appeal to people. I don't know. Sometimes fantasy ideas just kind of, they're really cool when you're designing them, but they don't necessarily resonate with people as much. And I feel that's going to be an issue with Flintlock and Clair Obscur. They just don't seem like they're very cool fantasy ideas, but they don't seem like they would have any kind of appeal to a broader niche. We'll put it that way, because it's still going to be a niche. but I don't necessarily think that these games are really going to do well financially. I don't think they're going to have high sales. But who knows? I could be proven wrong on that. And I mean, it's Xbox, so they're both going to be on Game Pass. That might just be more than enough to have them around. Because, you know, you do have to kind of point out, yeah, a lot of this is going to be on Game Pass. It's good. It's good content to have these types of games. So even if they don't necessarily sell well, having them on there on the Game Pass service is like a, you know, it adds appeal. You know, I've talked before about the effect of games that don't sell well, but they help create an ecosystem, a halo, like an evergreen halo effect type of thing. You don't necessarily need games to sell well on your platform. You need games to have a library of games. This is the Xbox issue, is like they're just missing a lot of titles that you would sit there and go, oh yeah, this is why I have an this is why I have an Xbox. This is why I've invested in Microsoft, because yeah, I have my big giant franchise titles like Gears of War or Halo, but I also have these really weird, unique niche items too that, you know, like PlayStation has Gravity Rush. There are a lot of people who run out buying Gravity Rush, not really. But when people talk about PlayStation, Gravity Rush comes up, right? That's the kind of thing that Microsoft has been lacking. So, let's see. Age of Mythology, kind of cool idea with like the whole god angle and summoning and stuff, but it's an RTS game. I mean, at the end of the day. Perfect Dark was interesting because I wasn't expecting that direction for the reboot. But we'll see how it does. The gameplay kind of started reminding me a bit of like Dishonored, which, you know, is not a bad thing at all. But I don't know. They say gameplay demo, but it felt very scripted. I didn't see much gameplay in that gameplay demo. The Diablo Vessel of Hatred trailer was freaky as fuck, but very cool. I feel very bad for the character, Neyrelle, because she made a dumb decision. She's paying a horrible price for it. Will our hero save her in time? Probably not. It's Diablo. Nothing goes right in the Diablo universe. It's just a pile of shit. That's basically Diablo's universe, you know, and it gets worse. We meant to do this really great thing. No, it's just worse. It's just terrible. Everything in Diablo is awful. I have been interested in playing Diablo to play through the campaign. But I might wait until Vessel of Hatred just to kind of, you know, do it all in one go. So that might be what I do. Fable, cool trailer. Not much about the gameplay. Fragpunk, I like the concept of having powers that would change the rules of the game as you're playing them. But I kind of had this like Paladins vibe. If anyone remembers the OG Paladins from Hi-Rez, it was a card-based hero shooter where you would have essentially a deck of cards, and that was what would create your abilities. And every build you would have would be different. So like your to use Overwatch as an example, your tracer could be different from the enemy's tracer based on the cards that you guys selected. So it was an interesting concept. I don't know if they've ditched the card concept entirely, but I know that last time I played it, this is a while ago now, it'd been like they did tone it down. So yeah, I'm not really sure how well this will play out, but yeah, I mean, it definitely stands out more to me than Concord did. You know, even if the characters are just the same generic characters you ever see. I don't know who's designing these characters, but they're not appealing people. But to be fair, it's yet another 5 versus 5 deathmatch trying to cash in on that Counter-Strike crowd. You know, you already have Valorant there. I mean, there's a couple others that are, you know, at that point too. It's like, it's a crowded market. Winterboro, cute little game. I'm sure it's going to have some fans. Mixtape had a very interesting visual style and definitely had that like Life is Strange vibe. Not going to be streamer friendly because its entire soundtrack is licensed music. But you know, could be something fun to play. We'll see. Maybe, you know, sometimes developers will include like a streamer friendly version of the soundtracks. You know, but on the other hand, it could be like Guardians of the Galaxy where it's not quite the same as just having the actual music. Flight Simulator 2024, really good graphics. but it's more Flight Simulator. Elder Scrolls Online, cool. The game lasted that long. Good for them. Life is Strange Double Exposure. Well, just like I was talking about with Master Kazam, it's interesting, but a lot of times it feels like games like this are better as just watching them as like a story, like a movie, rather than actually playing them. The gameplay just never really seems great for these. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I have a feeling this one's going to do pretty well. I mean, it's indie, but the trailer definitely feels like it captures the indie vibe. And I'm interested in playing it for sure. I think it looks really cool. Mecha Break look really cool. I'm not really sure like how they're gonna like monetize it or anything like that. I think this might be free to play, but not really entirely sure like how well it'll actually play. It kind of almost seemed a bit too fast at points, but I mean, to be fair, it does nail that like high speed thing that I feel like a lot of people weren't getting out of Armored Core. But yeah, Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers, look cool. I won't lie. It reminded me though of like, we got a handful of games now that have been coming out. There was from the Summer Game Fest, you had was it the Summer Game Fest or was it the well, there's Phantom Blade, there's Black Wukong, there's the one that is actually, it looks like a gacha based one. Yeah, there's a couple of these now. This one looked cool. Whether it actually will be or not, again, you could say that about a bunch of these games. Avowed looked interesting, but I'm not really quite sure. Like sometimes these gameplay trailers aren't really showing you much. It's kind of disappointing. It's like a glimpse, a teaser more than like a. I don't know. These sometimes you feel like they just had to show something, and this is why the trailer's there. Atomfall, kind of the same deal. It's clearly some kind of a first-person action game, but Assassin's Creed, if you like it, you like it. Stalker 2. This one actually I thought was pretty cool looking. I'm glad it's finally coming out. Definitely going to be playing it. And then Gears of War E-Day. I know this is a prequel. I would like to see if I can play at least some of the Gears of War games before this happens. Let's see. Well, do we start going? Oh, there's a. Look at how many announcements there. Well, I suppose some of these are repeats. I don't know. I think. Let's see. Is there anything else for conferences? Or was it just the future play? Well, there was the N3. What was the N3? Let me go back and look at those announcements real quick. Okay, so we had. Huh. Did I miss the future game show? Yes, I did. Abyss Zero? Some of these I think I've seen. Some of these I don't remember. Alright. Yeah, I think that's all I missed. But this N3, it looks like also had some stuff. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to at least dig through some of these trailers and then switch over to the stuff for the future game show. And I think that's probably... Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do for the rest of the night. So, I need to get some stuff to drink. I'm going to take a break for a moment. And I will be right back. So, yeah, let's get some music going. Let's see here. Actually, you know what? All right, we're back. All right, good old Ninja Sex Party. All right, so I say we flip on over. And get that done here. All right, so okay, where were we? We were looking at Xbox stuff. Oh yeah, the N3 conference. So let's see what we have here. That's kind of interesting. Where did they start here? Okay, there's Die in the Dungeon was the first game they showed off. It's a card battler, dungeon crawler, roguelike, and strategy. So let's see here. Puzzle, adventure, horror. Alright, let's see what this is about.
Another case of a missing child in the town of St.
I was gonna say, is this done by the guy that did Faith? But yep, it is. Tormenture. Brought to you by this guy. Alright, let's see here. So I looked at that one. MMO platformer racer, yeah, whatever. Tactical strategy, nah. Adventure, horror, exploration. This is really, really weird. Remember, dinner is not pizza. Okay, whatever. That was weird. Check out party game. Luto. Narrative horror. Again? No, not again. There's a demo on Steam, huh? Let's check that out. Emery Hearts. Action role-playing RPG. Eden Genesis. It's quite some run she's got in there. Yeah, that is like Celeste vibes if you like that. Tinkerlands, Exploration Action Survival, Temtem, Hellfire Poncho, Roguelite. Yeah, these are like some very indie games. Creatures of Ava. Gene Kids. This one's a horror adventure. Guy's just chasing you all the time. Okay. The Occultist, a narrative horror game.
Smell of sulfur and coldness again. I'd better use the pendulum. Godstone.
Looked okay, I guess. Embers of the New, another horror game. Super Muscle Cat. Oh my god. That was out of the unicorn's ass, wasn't it? Oh, that is the perfect level of ridiculous. I like that. Not that one. Barlands, Underboard. What was that one though? Sharon Espanol. It's an auto battler. No, that looked lame.
Am I a good boy?
Yes.
Visiting the hospice.
Oh, looks lame. I'm not doing that bell sound. That's the trailer. Let's see here. Jack has a new job. Not an easy job. Make new friends. Looked okay. Loud though. Wax heads, narrative, puzzles, yeah. Altered Alma. It looked okay. Nothing mind-blowing. I feel like a lot of Metroidvanias have kind of become very samey. Announcement trailer. Or survival adventure. Or puzzle adventure. Eden's Guardian. Another. That's a Kickstarter. Puzzle exploration. V-Gangsters. Music puzzle.
Wake up. Work awaits you.
Just a teaser. Oh, we just watched that one. Unlighted narrative puzzle. Puzzle adventure. Last time I saw you. And then we got the Xbox show. Alright, so that takes care of the N3 stuff. I feel like some of these shows were kind of just more of the same, like with different trailers. There are a lot of trailers for this, though. Wow. Good lord. Where do we even begin? Let's see here. Among the Wilds, adventure simulation, management strategy, role playing, sandbox, Wander Stars, action stealth adventure. See what this one is.
I was beginning to think you'd never make it. Ah, you were looking for answers. For you, these centuries would have passed in an instant. I once served your father. I helped him lay the groundwork for everything you see here. I am Savi. Welcome, Zoe.
Okay. Looked interesting. Fallen Aces. First person shooter beat 'em up.
We need to move. Oh, come here.
What the? Kind of cool.
Thugs like you were all the same.
Very cool, like design.
Before the Infernals invaded us on Earth and destroyed human civilization, they engaged in battle with their sworn enemies, the Celestial Armada.
Good for them. Mars Tactics, Toads, Car Battler. Tactical, yeah. Okay. Phantom Line. See what this one's about.
Atlas 1-1, this is Zeus. Do you copy? Over. We've detected the anomalous presence in the Iron Corridor area. We need you to localize it. entertaining. There's a lot of blue and red activity there. Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. Your goal is simple. Search and contain the anomaly. I repeat, search. Atlas, do you copy? Respond, Atlas.
Okay. Low budget horror, but I'm okay with that. Killing Floor 3. I've seen the trailer for this one a bunch of times already. Tempopo Last Moon. Another role-playing game. I Am Your Beast.
Where are you hiding? The more you hide, the more agents we send. And the more agents we send, well, come on out, you big bitch.
Okay.
Wait, no!
I've got Hardy.
Yeah, the music, man.
Harding spotted. Harding's here. He's going for the head.
Be careful what you wish for.
Okay. Cataclysmo. Strategy Sandbox.
Listen,
Level 0
I don't care what
Extraction.
you were doing back on Earth, shooting hobos in tracksuits or sweating in a bush in some godforsaken jungle. This is nothing like what you've ever faced. Our intel confirms enemy operators deployed in the AO. And it seems like those alien freaks can be killed with light. Keep your mission objective a priority, and I'll see you on the other side. Moving out.
So it's like a multiplayer game. Battle Aces. We watched that trailer already. Citizen Sleeper 2. Okay. Demon School. What's this one? Okay. Interesting idea. Unreal 2, Back on Track, Space Station, Unbeatable. It's a rhythm adventure game. Odinfall. We saw a trailer for that one. Core Keeper, No More Room in Hell, we've seen that one. Strident, Sandbox. Drug Dealer Simulator 2. Okay. Zero Sievert. Yeah, I did see that one. The Deadly Pain. The Deadly Pain. The Deadly Path. Inculadas. The music. It's back. It also looks dumb. Inferni, Hope and Fear, Card Battler. Death Sprint 66. Kind of had that like Running Man Tron vibe to it. Very cool. Crescent County, yeah. Cat Quest 3. Oh, cool. The Crush House. It's not my house. Stimulations. Star Trucker. As opposed to Star. Okay. Splody? Is that based on Miss Splosion Man or Mr. Splosion Man? There's a Flintlock trailer. 83. First person shooter action. Wow. It's another multiplayer shooter. Mullet Mad Jack. This game's actually out right now. Generation Exile, yeah. Rekka. Blueprints. Yeah. Still Wakes the Deep. Okay. Not much of a trailer. Caves of Good, Streets of Fortune, Great Valor, Rise of the Golden Idol. Yeah, nothing that exciting. Alright, well I guess I'm not wasting too much time on this then. So, that's okay. Let's see, that's the Black Ops 1. PC Gaming Show. Alright, so that's all we got left. Well, it's kind of crazy. Out of all these trailers and stuff. Ah, well. Them's the breaks. Alright. I think this is probably a good place to stop. So we caught all of the trailers and stuff that really just kind of looked the most interesting. We got the shows out of the way. I would not say that Xbox convinced me there's a future for Xbox. I think all I just saw was announcements of games and stuff that we've already kind of known for the most part. The new reveals weren't ones that like really seem like they're going to change the face of the planet or anything like that. I feel like it's just more of the same. They are seemingly doubling down on their strategy, which I mean, I guess they kind of have no choice right now. But the problem with Microsoft is that what they do 6 months from now is going to be different from what they're doing now. It's just a mess. So, and I don't think that the new hardware is really doing them any favors. I know it's something new that they want to sell for the holidays, but I just don't see it. And the all digital Xbox Series X is just a way for them to cut costs. And I don't see them lowering the price. As a matter of fact, I'm going to look real quick. Let's see here. I know I had seen it. Yep. So the 2 terabyte is going to be the special edition Series X is going to be $600. It's going to be $599. The all digital Xbox Series X is going to be $450, and the Series S 1 terabyte is going to be $350. What the fuck is that pricing? That's what? I mean, for some people it's going to be great because they like the color white, but like, yeah. That's crazy expensive. Who is spending $600 in an Xbox? I mean, I know the answer, but what? Yeah. Refresh to keep the same prices by increasing storage. Yeah, because we want our consoles to be lower in price for more people to be able to buy them. That would be a bad idea. Instead, we'll keep the prices the same and just increase the storage so we don't have to lower the prices. Yeah, I'm really not sure why anybody would be buying these, especially when you can get the Series X currently for much cheaper. So, yeah. And what it does show me is that Microsoft does not believe in the future of physical media. So, yeah, very, very sad. Let's see here. I think that's kind of about it. Release date trailer for Empire of Ants. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna say it. I think right now there's a lot of really good, interesting games. I don't feel like the doom and gloom of a AAA is 100% there, but I do feel like there's just really not anything exciting right now. I mean, these are all cool games and everything, but yeah, a lot of these are going to be next year, maybe. You know, a lot of times these games get announced, they don't come out when they say that they're going to be. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I went into this E3-ish period being a lot more hyped than, you know, and more excited about the future gaming than I think I am coming out the other end of it. Not that there's not cool announcements, not that there's not some interesting games, you know, things like that. But like for the most part, I never really got any impression that anything is going to change. You know, that this fall would be looking at something that would kind of shake up the industry a bit. I mean, there's still Nintendo, but considering Nintendo came right out and said that they're not doing any Switch 2 stuff with their next presentation, I'm not really sure what they could do to make people excited about gaming right now. So, I mean, there's a lot of really good games that are coming out in the next couple of months. I mean, fall is definitely going to be a busy time for gaming. So I'm not necessarily like Black Kong, you know, Wukong, you know, Silent Hill 2, Astrobot. Like, there's tons and tons of games that are going to be coming out, AAA and otherwise. So, you know, we're not for lack of playing for anything. But there is definitely that feeling of like that little kid in Incredibles, you know, what are you waiting for? Something incredible, you know, that type of feeling. So, what was that? Anybody else have a quote from him? Phil Spencer, you are going to see more of our games on more platforms. Benefit to the franchise that we're holding, or that we're building. Yeah, so basically he's just saying that they're going to go multi-platform. Sorry, I had to cough. Take a drink. Yeah, wow, somebody said this. I guess that's why none of the games said Xbox exclusive. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. A lot of times that you'll see these trailers for games, it'll be like only on Xbox or only on PlayStation. Like there'll be a lot of branding stuff involved, and none of the presentations showed me that they were doing anything that was like only Xbox. They just said coming for Xbox and PC, but like every game company does that, right? Or every platform holder. You know, they like it's rare when you see like a Nintendo Direct and the trailer at the bottom will be like coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, right? So, you know, PlayStation does the same thing. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Phil Spencer addresses the rumored Xbox handheld. Timestamp is 25. Okay. Brian says, it's been rumored, it's been talked about. We talked about it on the pre-show. There was a big reaction from the audience here, and that is an Xbox handheld. Spencer says, I think we should have a handheld. Spencer, the future for us in hardware is pretty awesome, and the work that the team is doing around different form factors, different ways to play, I'm incredibly excited about it. Today was about the games. We showed some of our Gen 9 consoles, Series SX, and the work we are doing. But we have time to come out, talk more about the platform. We can't wait to bring it to you guys. Whether it would be a Steam Deck or cloud-based, I think being able to play the games locally is really important. So vague answers, yeah. But, yeah. Yeah, it's funny how the Steam Deck has kicked up so much of the market now. You have all these people just falling over themselves to make the next Steam Deck. Steam Deck is still the best option. I don't know why you would pick any of the others, unless you really, really felt like you needed the power and no battery life. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely, like, they're not saying it, but they're definitely saying it. The future of Xbox is PC. That's what they're doing, essentially. It's going to be Xbox branding everywhere, but it won't be an Xbox as a console anymore. Not like a Switch or a PlayStation 5. It's just going to be Xbox ecosystem. I said this months ago when all of the news leaked about all this kind of stuff. I'm still kind of sticking to it. Maybe not 100% as certain as I was, but like I'm pretty sure Microsoft is going to go the 3DO way, which is to have the 3DO branding on hardware, but have the hardware be made by different, like different companies. So like with the 3DO, you had the Panasonic 3DO, the Gold Star 3DO, things like that, right? And I think you're going to see the same thing here. You're going to see like a Asus Xbox, right? It's still going to be Xbox. It's still going to play Xbox games or whatever. But it's essentially just going to be a glorified PC. You know, and Microsoft, of course, will produce their own, just like how like NVIDIA has like the NVIDIA Founders Edition of their cards. You know, you can buy an MSI or a Gigabyte 4090 or whatever, right? Or you could get the Founders Edition 4090 if you can ever find it in stock. Same deal. Same deal. So I think that's, you know, Microsoft going multi-platform is not just their software, it's going to be their hardware too. So, yeah. It's an interesting time to say the least. But I think they're trying to go the 3DO route because they don't want to go the Sega route. They want to stay in the gaming market because it's lucrative. They make a lot of money off of Xbox Live. You know, and Game Pass makes some good money too. Although the question of that service being profitable overall, that's still up in the air. But walking away from people literally just handing you money so they can play online and things like that, that's not something they want to do. So they still want to be in the game industry. They're just afraid to, or maybe unable to, because it's Microsoft, compete the way that Nintendo and Sony do. So, but yeah, I think that kind of sums it up for today. I think, yeah, that's every trailer. All right. So on that note, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm streaming for about 3 hours, and I am tired. It's been a very long day. I will be back on later today / tonight. Looking at the future here, probably just end up firing up a new game today for the next stream, I guess I should say. And I'm not sure what it's going to be exactly. Like I said, I was going for Elden Ring, but I don't know. I kind of bounced off of it, did a refund. Pretty happy with that decision, to be honest. I like my Souls games to be a bit more linear. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know yet. Was kind of leaning into maybe like a new Resident Evil game, maybe 2 remake or something. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for now. So good night, guys. I'm gonna head out, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.